Hey everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we will be going through an unboxing of the Captain America construction figure set, and this is set 76258 from the LEGO Marvel Superheroes subline. This and two of the other construction figures that by now have probably been published have been recent acquisitions, so we're looking around the tail end of Q2 / beginning of Q3 within 2023. So here we have Captain America, the last of the unboxings that I plan to do. The previous ones being Batman and Wolverine. So we've had a very interesting mix of LEGO characters come through. So here we have the front of the box for Captain America. Steve sporting his usual shield and typical look. Captain America being Captain America is obviously a bit more of a... what's a good way of describing it? I don't necessarily want to say straight and narrow, but unlike Batman and Wolverine, who had some more interesting and unique costume designs, Captain America is a bit more standard. Probably not the right word, but anyway. Front of the box, Captain America, shield, all good. Back of the box, very interesting pose here because we have Captain America with his back towards the person, I guess, with his shield equipped on his back. But I don't know, that's actually like a really classic Captain America pose. I actually think it's quite cool. I'm still very intrigued to see what type of articulation these figures have. It looks like they have some decent amount of it, but because I haven't done one yet, Groot being the odd exception, but I don't count Groot being the same style and type. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what these figures actually feel like once built. But anyway, that is the back of the box. So, box now covered from back to front. Time to open up the box, get the manual out, and have a quick look at the two bags. And with everything out of the box, front of the manual of Captain America, sporting yet another pose. Now this pose actually seems to work quite well for him, so potentially his head just looks a little bit weird subject to certain angles, but everything else actually does look really well proportioned. Even the shield doesn't look too small. Maybe it could be a bit bigger, but it seemed pretty okay. Product feedback as usual. Bag 1 and bag 2, I think we're getting quite used to knowing what does what. Okay, and standard work in progress progression bar at the bottom. I don't know why I said progression. Probably should have just said progress. I have a bit too much work on the brain. Anyway, moving through. Now I'm going to assume that around the 50 to 60s is when we see the end of bag number 1. And so far that seems to be holding true. So into the 50s now, we're doing one of the top legs. Going into the 60s, so 63, I suspect 63 is indeed the end of bag number 1, and we're still just a little bit before halfway through the build. And then 64 will commence bag number 2, and we do get the nice little 2x instruction as well. So going through the rest of this, so coming up to step 87, and we've got most of one leg already done, so Captain America could very well be one of the more shorter of the 3 character builds, which is fine. So moving into the arms, the hands, so 126 we've done one hand, 132 we've done the other, so 133 will probably start the head, which it does. Yeah, so Captain America will definitely be shorter in steps compared to Wolverine. probably on par with Batman. In fact, it might even be one less. 143 to attach the head, and then 144 to attach the shield. And we even get another image of how to attach the shield to his back, and that's pretty much it. So I think Captain America is the shortest of the three. I think Batman was around the 150 mark, based on loose memory. But either way, that does look really cool. I don't know if it's because they're actually trying to look like proper figures and characters, that even though the build is similar, it's a bit of a one-up over the Marvel mechs, which I think it was in the Batman unboxing I said had become a little bit too streamlined for my liking. Parts list. Quick look at the bags. Bag number 1, and there are what appears to be 2 bags inside. Yes, there is. So a bit more of the darker color palette, some dark blue, black, browns, greys, and then we have some lighter colors in the way of lighter grey, white, a little bit of yellow and red. So always nice to have a very diverse color palette for these figures. Bag number 2. Looks like we'll have 2 small bags inside, as well as sporting shield, which is nicely pre-painted. And I did see Steve's head. There we go. And there is Steve's head in his very nice, happy state of mind. Compared to Steve by the end of the movies with Endgame and Infinity War and stuff like that. But I will admit the pre-painted quality on these is very good. That's bag number 2. So that will bring us to an end of the unboxing of the Captain America construction figure, set 76258. So that'll wrap up as well the 3 new figures that were released within this time frame, which is good. Hopefully I will get around to building them sooner rather than later, especially since I'll probably be a bit more staggered with some of the LEGO content, where before it was a case of let's just grab everything now and be done with it, and then it doesn't actually work out very well. But I'm also thinking, and I actually mentioned this in that community post, that I might start refocusing some of the LEGO to more actual sets that tickle my fancy, as opposed to entire sets within a wave / release line, because some of them can be hit and miss. But for these Marvel figures and stuff like that, they tend to always be good things to me, so I don't think I'll be too picky with that. Thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account. Link to that is in the description below. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in a future video, whether it's a bit more LEGO, possibly some of the other Transformers figure stuff that I have, some of the Gunpla, or just something in between. See ya.